Welcome to Byte-Sized Tech, where we blend casual conversations with insightful discussions on the latest in technology and gadgets.
Absolutely.
And today we're diving deep, deep, deep into the newly announced Google Pixel 9a. The series. It's kind of built a solid reputation, right? Premium features, but without that premium price tag.
Yeah. I mean, the 7A and the 8A, they were both incredibly popular. And the 8A actually even snagged, I think it was a CNET Editor's Choice Award, right? So yeah, the Pixel 9A, it's definitely got some big shoes to fill, for sure.
It does. We're going to break down all the juicy details for you.
Yeah, let's do it.
So let's kick things off with the price. I mean, that's usually the first thing that catches our eye, right? $499.
Yep, $499, that's the magic number.
All right. So how does that stack up against, the competition and all the whispers we've been hearing about price hikes?
Yeah, so Google holding steady at that $499 price point is pretty interesting, especially when, like you said, there are all these rumors about other manufacturers pushing prices up in this kind of mid-range category. I mean, we even heard some rumblings about Apple maybe pricing their rumored affordable iPhone, the 16e, somewhere around $600. So Google sticking with that $499, it could really make the Pixel 9a super appealing to a lot of people.
Yeah, especially with, those potential U.S. tariffs looming, like those could really shake things up, right?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, if those tariffs hit, it's going to push prices up across the board, right? So Google's move to keep the 9A accessible, it's definitely a smart play, It's all about kind of offering that value without sacrificing, the good stuff.
Makes you wonder if they're trying to corner that market, become the go-to for that perfect blend of price and performance.
Yeah, could be a strategic move for sure.
Okay. So let's shift gears a bit. Let's talk aesthetics, right? The design. They seem to be going in a bit of a new direction with this one, wouldn't you say?
Yeah, definitely a noticeable shift. So we're seeing flat sides this time around, which, it's kind of become a trendy thing lately, right? Moving away from those curvier edges that we saw in the Pixel 80. But here's the thing. What's really interesting? They ditched the camera bar.
Oh, yeah. That camera bar that kind of defined the look of the Pixel 9 and the 9 Pro, right?
Yeah, exactly. It is. So now we've got a more minimalist vibe. Reports are saying it's nearly flat on the back with just a tiny bump for the camera module. And apparently it sits flat on a table, no wobble.
Yeah, that's always nice. I hate that rocking back and forth.
No one likes a wobbly phone, that's for sure.
But you think, do you think it still looks like a Pixel without that signature camera bar?
That's a good question. I mean, the camera bar, it was definitely like instantly recognizable.
It was.
And it did serve a purpose too, right? It helped prevent that wobble we were just talking about. But taking it away, it definitely changes the kind of visual identity, Some people might even say it loses a bit of that Pixel personality. So I'm curious, what was your initial reaction when you saw the new design? Did it still scream Pixel to you?
I actually kind of like the cleaner look, the flat sides. It feels kind of modern, maybe even a bit more comfy to hold, But I agree that camera bar, it was iconic. I guess we'll have to wait and see if this new design resonates with the Pixel diehards.
Yeah, time will tell.
So, okay, Google's making some bold claims about the 9A's durability, right? That's its Pixel a device yet? Is that what they're saying?
That's the word on the street, yeah. And a big part of that, they're saying, is the use of, get this, 81% recycled plastic for the back panel.
Oh, interesting. I know some people get a little skeptical about recycled materials. They worry about it feeling cheap or flimsy.
Yeah, I get it. But the early reports are actually pretty positive. People are saying it feels surprisingly solid and sturdy.
Really?
Yeah, it seems like material science has come a long way. I mean, they're really pushing the boundaries of what's possible with these sustainable materials.
So it doesn't feel like, a step down in terms of quality.
Not at all, from what I've heard.
That's good. And it's still rocking that water and dust resistance, right? That IP rating.
You bet. IP68, which is pretty much the gold standard these days. It means you can dunk it in up to 1.5 meters of water for 30 minutes, and it should be just fine.
Perfect for those accidental spills or, those sudden downpours.
Exactly. It's like peace of mind, right? One less thing to worry about.
Yeah, totally. Okay, let's inject a little fun into this, shall we? Colors. What color options are we looking at? Got to be stylish, right?
Yeah, gotta have options. So we've got obsidian, porcelain, peony, and iris.
Iris, huh? That sounds kind of cool.
Yeah, it's getting a lot of buzz. I think it's kind of a unique shade, you know. It's not your typical smartphone color.
Interesting. I'll have to check that one out. All right. Let's get to the heart of the matter, the cameras. What's the 9A packing?
Okay, so we've got a dual camera system, 48 megapixel main sensor, and a 13 megapixel ultra wide lens.
Okay. Sounds pretty standard, for a phone in this category. But I did read something interesting about macro focus on the main lens.
Oh, yeah. That's actually a pretty cool new feature.
Yeah, usually macro is handled by the ultra wide, right? Because it can focus closer.
Exactly. But with the 9A, Google's done something different. They've designed the main sensor to be able to focus much closer so you can get those really detailed close-ups, like for food or textures, without having to switch to the ultra-wide
Oh,
lens.
that's slick.
Yeah, it could be a game changer for some people. We'll have to see how it performs in real-world testing, compared to dedicated macro lenses or those ultra-wides with macro capabilities. But it's definitely an interesting approach.
Yeah, less lens switching, less hassle. I like it. And I also saw something about a new Add Me feature. Sounds pretty futuristic.
It does, doesn't it? Yeah, it's a new AR and AI powered feature. Basically, it lets you add yourself to a group photo after it's been taken. Like if you were just out of frame or maybe, you blinked at the wrong moment, the AI can just like insert you in.
Wow, that's kind of trippy though, right? Like messing with the authenticity of photos and all that.
Yeah, it definitely raises some interesting questions about, what's real and what's not. But hey, it could be super useful in some situations.
True. I could see it being a lifesaver at family gatherings.
Yeah, no more risking family photos.
So one thing I noticed is the main camera, it's 48 megapixels, which is actually a step down from the 64 megapixels in the Pixel AA. Should we be worried?
That's a great question, and it's a common misconception that more megapixels automatically equals better photos. In reality, it's way more nuanced than that. The size of the sensor, the quality of the lens, and this is a big one. Google's computational photography, their AI algorithms, they all play a much bigger role in the final image quality.
Right. It's not just about the megapixel count.
Exactly. So it's very likely that Google's focused on improving those other aspects rather than just chasing higher megapixels. They're probably optimizing for overall image quality and performance, not just the ability to crop in really close.
Makes sense. It's all about that software magic that really makes those pixel photos stand out. And the 9A, it still has all those AI powered features, right? The best take, the magic eraser, the night sight, all that good stuff.
Yep, it's all there, the whole shebang. So you still get all the tools that make Pixel cameras so great.
That's great to hear. Okay, let's move on to the brains of the operation. What's powering all this smarts?
So the Pixel 9a is rocking Google's own Tensor G4 chip. And here's the kicker. It's the same chip that's in the flagship Pixel 9 and 9 Pro.
Wow. Okay. That's a pretty big deal for a phone at this price, right?
Yeah, it's pretty impressive.
So what does that mean for the user? What are the real-world benefits of having that flagship level ship?
Well, for starters, it's what makes all those AI features we were just talking about possible. The best take, the magic eraser, all that good stuff. It also means that Google can integrate their powerful AI model, Gemini, right onto the phone, and it's going to be super smooth and efficient. But here's the thing, and this is huge, it also allows Google to offer a whopping 7 years of software and security updates.
7 years. That's crazy. That's practically unheard of in the Android world.
Right, it's a really big deal.
That alone is a major selling point. I mean, your phone's going to stay up to date and secure for way longer than most other phones out there.
Exactly. It's like Google saying, "Hey, this phone is going to be with you for the long haul."
That's fantastic. All right. What about battery life? That's always a crucial one.
Yeah, so Google's claiming that the Pixel 9a has the biggest battery ever in a Pixel A device.
Okay, so bigger battery, more efficient chip. Hopefully that translates to some serious uptime.
Yeah, fingers crossed. We'll have to wait for the real world tests to see how it actually performs, under different usage patterns. But it's definitely promising.
Absolutely. All right, any other notable features or tidbits we should know about?
Well, it's got all the usual Pixel goodies, like theft protection features, family link for parental controls. It'll come in 128 gigabytes and 256 gigabyte storage options. And Google's throwing in some sweet bonus subscriptions too. 3 months of Google One, 3 months of YouTube Premium, and 6 months of Fitbit Premium.
Oh, nice. Those are some nice perks. So all in all, it sounds like the Pixel 9a is shaping up to be a pretty strong contender in the mid-range market.
Yeah, I think so. I mean, they're sticking to that attractive price point. They're making some nice upgrades, particularly with the design that promise durability and that crazy long software support. And of course, it's all powered by that flagship Tensor G4 chip. So, yeah, I think it's got a lot of potential.
Awesome. Well, I think that about wraps it up for our deep dive into the Google Pixel 9a. Thanks for tuning in to Byte-Sized Tech. If you enjoyed the episode, like, comment, share, and subscribe for more fun tech discussions.
See you next time.
Bye.